Hello again, people, and welcome to yet another edition of the Thief Gold Fan Mission Playthrough. I'm your host, Deathstalker, and today we will be checking out a level known as Deceptive Sceptre by Seb Pedley, released on June 5th of 1999, so this is a day after Poor Lord Bafford. For some reason around this time in June, apparently these missions were being released a day apart from each other. That's rather weird. But in any event, let's see here. A small sized level that has you reclaiming Bafford's scepter from a small hamlet. And yeah, that's basically the storyline there. Already you can see just by the story that we've kind of gotten a massive drop from Poor Lord Bafford. And that's kind of the best way to describe this level, in my opinion. After what you saw in Poor Lord Bafford and how you've been seeing each level progressively getting better, you'd be thinking that we're just going to get better and better material, but sadly that's not always the case. With Deceptive Sceptre, we take a massive drop in the quality. It's one of the really, really bad ones, sadly to say. But we'll get through it nonetheless. Is one that's around. And in fact, he didn't create a map in this one, so it even says, warning, do not use map, it crashes. And yes, you've seen that from the Drumhead versions. If there is no map included, and you try and use the map file, it will just crash the game. So it's kind of useful to know in advance which ones have maps and which ones don't. Usually they tell you, so that's the nice thing, that's why I usually go by. But sometimes they'll tell you they have a map and they don't actually have a map, so yeah. And the nice thing is, they say they have a briefing in this mission, which is the biggest lie ever. That's the most deceptive thing ever, because there is no briefing in this mission. I should know for a fact that there is no AVIs or anything of that nature installed that is unique to this fan mission. So I think it pretty safe to say that they are quite incorrect about a briefing. In fact, I think the thing is that some people confuse briefings with just the fact that they actually had some tats. I don't know, like a part of a README or something like that. But yeah, a briefing is a totally different thing than what some of these people say. So briefing can be sometimes ambiguous. And they say this is a medium difficulty level. Apparently they don't actually have separate difficulties. They just give you a level of how difficult this level will be. We still have yet to actually get to a point in these levels where we actually have different difficulties between the levels. That's pretty surprising. Okay, build time is of 25 hours. And this is a quality piece of engineering. There's no known bugs. It has 18 to a 12,000 polygon count. Or should I say 1,200? My mistake. Beyond that, it seems like there's nothing else that's really out of the ordinary. So I guess we'll start this mission. Like I said, a massive drop in quality from the previous one, Poor Lord Bafford, but it's a mission. It's on our list of missions to do. So, regardless, we shall do it. So, 1 second, people. Let me just make sure everything's set up. There we are. Just had to make sure everything was set up properly. And, as usual, skip the training. No difference between difficulties. This time around, we don't even have a name on the actual name screen. The only reason we have it's from the README. Yeah, so this is definitely noticeable as a massive step down from Poor Lord Bafford, as I said before. Honestly, I would say this level is probably down there with, like, Down We Go, or something of that nature, just because of how bad it is. But we'll do it regardless. It's bad, but luckily we're still at the point in fan missions where they're very quick to bang out. So even the bad ones you can get through very quickly and skip to something good. Or, you know, if we can see it just for its historical value. Anyway, Lord Bafford has gone and stolen his sceptre off you. The nerve of some people. hurry up and get it back before it's transported down to the south of France, from where it originally came from. Wait, if Lord Bafford stole it back from me, why is he taking it to the south of France where it originally came from? Wouldn't Lord Bafford want it back himself? So wait, has he decided the Scepter's not enough for me? I'm gonna sell it back to the people I originally sold it to, have Garrett steal from them! There's an annoying guard who is protecting the Sceptre. Dispose of him and the Sceptre will be yours. So an interesting little tidbit at this time about how these missions were created is the fact that the Sceptre in particular, Lord Bafford's Sceptre, maybe because it was the first thing you stole in Thief as like a quest item, but that's probably the most used MacGuffin in these fan missions. And a lot of these early fan missions, the tutorials for Drumhead, it's just the common go-to thing. So it's not surprising at all that this one, being a very, very basic one, is going to focus on that. And yeah, the second objective is basically saying kill a guard. Thief! Murder someone! That's exactly what I think of when I think thief. Yeah. This person doesn't really know what thief is about. This one is blatantly saying kill someone. And that's one reason why I don't really like this level, because, yeah, levels that you actually have to purposely murder someone, that's not, good. That's not thief. Wait, what the? I think I continued too many times and it just skipped me out of it. So let me load the level, press Alt, so you can see something. That way I'm not just talking to a black screen. And yeah! One thing you may notice, this level is freaking huge in terms of just one room. Also, we don't even have a blackjack, so even if we wanted to be stealthy, we couldn't. We just have a sword and no items. We don't even have a compass. So yeah, definitely a noticeable lack of quality compared to what we got before. Thinking, I don't think we've actually gotten the compass in fan missions yet, have we? I forgot. We'll have to recheck and see if the compass has been added to a fan mission yet, because that's a pretty significant detail. That was in every Thief mission normally, and yet we don't see it here. Anyway, one thing you may notice is that this room is giant.
Who made that noise?
And second, the only thing in this entire room is this painting the servant.
Sorry I made a fuss.
Anyway, let's shut the servant up because all we have is a sword, so kill him because this isn't going to be a killing spree. He's out of the way. And because the way he was standing, there was some weird shadows on his face, but otherwise the room is really lightly lit up. Oh, hi guys! Because we're intentionally supposed to be murdering everybody. It's enough. Fighting humans is too easy! That's what I mean, it's like, humans are very slow-paced in comparison to like a hammer hunt or something, so after fighting all the hammer hunts and killing them, this is kinda easy. Can pick up some gold. Got 100 gold out of that deal. We'll see how much loot there is at the end of this mission. There's really nowhere else to go. That's why I didn't even bother looking at how much loot there was in the mission. Just because I don't believe I should have any problems. Even if I do, I'll replay this mission just because of how fast and how little there is that you can actually mess up in the course of this mission. Unless you die, there's really nothing you can do to go wrong. So yeah, killed our first guard. And there's weird visual glitches in various places. Really lit up, like no shadows whatsoever. Getting outside, we're finally seeing some shadows, so there's some weird, like, texture issues here. And yeah, it just is very visually unappealing. It's very cheesy looking with the space in the background there. The lack of ambient sound doesn't help things at all.
Is someone there? Seems quiet enough now.
And this is a pretty significant guard here, because this guard in particular is a guard we have never seen before. This is a Ramirez Sergeant. The Ramirez Sergeant is similar to the Bafford Sergeant in the original game. Basically, more heavily health than the regular guard, and looking like a regular Ramirez guard somewhat in dress. So basically the Bafford Sergeant, but for Ramirez. And And yeah, it was never used in the final game. It just was regular guards everywhere. So this is the first time any mission has ever had the Ramirez Sergeant. It's totally functional in Drumhead. Nobody just has bothered to use it up to this point. So there is one significant detail about the Deceptive Sceptre. It was the first time we've ever seen Ramirez Sergeant in action.
Is someone there?
Anyway, let's actually literally see him in action by murdering him!
Hey, stop! Don't move!
I didn't move up here. On guard! I'm fighting you right through a ramp thing for some reason. Oh, you're gonna whack me like that? On guard! On guard! Oh, you're gonna be cheap, huh? You deserve to die for that. And yeah, there's your guard. Kinda hard to see with the shadows out here, but highlighting them, you can kinda get a good idea what he looked like when he was still living. I got pretty beat up with that one guard for some reason. Shouldn't have let him whack me that much, should I? Ah well. So little you kinda care about in this mission. We have a massive tunnel over here that goes both ways. I don't think it actually leads to anything. I just think it's like this long tunnel on both sides that leads to nowhere. I'm not even gonna bother with it, just because I believe it's not going to lead anywhere or do anything. Because I know these type of missions. I just threw it here for a little detail and expected you to run across like a mass murderer, killer maniac. Because that's all we do in life, right? Welcome to Thief! This is Thief. That's what I thought.
Noise.
Thief! Welcome to Thief the Dark Project! Bet you thought of this when you thought Thief. I sure did. I was thinking of the murdering guards approach to everything. You know, combat's one of the weakest states of Thief. Let's make an entire level on it. That sounds brilliant. Guards are dying in weird suggestive poses as they... one guy whacks the other guy with a sword. And the saddest thing is the objectives check off in the wrong way. Right now we have the Sceptre objective checked off and the guard objective is not checked off. So yeah, it's kind of backwards. Hooray, we got one Ramirez! For what reason, I don't really know. We're not supposed to be stealthy, we have to murder our guards. So yeah, I don't really know the purpose of that. Odd textural glitches. Should have like fixed up these faces or whatnot, but you know, that's what happens. Someone just kind of put this other level together in a few seconds, it looks like. And said, murder guards! Because why not? Anyway, here's the Sceptre. Hooray! We did it! Wow. 100 gold, by the way. Let's see if that's the maximum loot in this level. Was the 100 gold from that one table. And yes, it was! This mission was completed in 6 minutes and 13 seconds. We killed 4 guards in that time frame, including 2 Ramirez sergeants. And yeah, there was 100 loot, all on one table. And 0 logs picked. 2 were backstabs, apparently. I know the servant. Yeah, there was 1 servant. Who else was a backstab? We killed... yeah, game? Everyone else was sword combat, I think so. Unless the guard was saying this back to me, but I was pretty sure he wasn't. I thought I sword fought all the guards. Maybe I'm mistaken something. Oh well. Damage dealt 98, damage taken 6, healing taken 0. Instance killed some, others killed 4. And like I said, 100 loot. Oh, 1 table. So yeah, loot wasn't the challenge here. You were wasting a lot of time swimming down those tunnels. They don't lead anywhere or do anything, as you really saw. And yeah, the goal is basically take your sword and murder everything that lives. Not exactly the most thiefest level ever, but it's a level regardless. So, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Hopefully with something a bit more actually being a thief. See y'all later.